All right. Well, welcome everybody to the Apex Thursday webinar here. We're going to talk about making the most of open house. I know we've got a lot of new members here with us that are taking advantage of the open house offer. And some of you may be brand new to Apex. Some of you have been with us before and coming back and trying it out. So we're kind of into our first few days here in our first week. So I hope it's going well for you. First thing I can tell you is just don't be overwhelmed. All right. There's a lot of information. There's a lot to learn with these training courses and with order prints and with power plays. And it's not something you're going to learn overnight. Okay. And, you know, I know some people have said, man, those training courses are so long. You know, it was a lot of information. Is there a way to make them smaller or shorter? And, you know, it's like I told you in the beginning with Open House. We're not trying to make you jump through hoops in order to get the free access, but we need you to know what's going on, you know, before you get in the room. And the other thing is, if we made the, you know, courses any shorter, we would have skipped stuff and you would have missed stuff that you need and is vital. In fact, you know, over the next few weeks here, you know, we're going to be doing a lot more, some videos, some webinars. We're going to be hopping in the elite room and speaking live in the elite room. You know, going over charts and going over power plays. We're going to actually be doing a lot more education. Okay, so kind of a twofold thing I'm saying here. For one, you know, I'm sorry there was so much stuff to go over in the courses, and you're probably tired of hearing my voice by now, aren't you? You're like, this guy again? I hear this guy in my sleep, you know, from how many videos I had to watch in this training course. And you're going to hear a lot more of it and hear it from me, hear it from Darryl Martin, hear it from Lori. And, you know, there's a lot to cover. But again, you know, if I made them any shorter, there'd be stuff you missed. And I also just want you to know it's just the tip of the iceberg. It's not that we just give you this training course and let you in and throw you in the room and you're done. There's going to be a lot more coming at you with some more webinars and more ongoing training. So be patient, stick with it. You're only a few days into it. You're not going to learn it overnight. You know, it takes time and you have to master it. All right. And again, that's why we gave you as much time as we did. You've got free access until September the 13th. You know, you've got the courses, you've got the forum posts and everything. You've got the elite room. And I know that I, you know, had a full video about this in the training course. And I don't want to, you know, sit here and spend your time saying the same things I've said before, but I cannot stress to you how important it is to be in that elite room. It is your most powerful and effective place to go after the courses to learn, okay? And I know that many of you have been in there and you've seen what I'm talking about. You know, there's charts in the room, there's other traders talk in the room, there's people asking questions, the leaders are helping answering questions. It's been great. You know, I've seen some of you new people asking a question and posting a chart like, you know, hey, you know, taking a screenshot of your chart and be like, hey, was this a valid number one setup? And then boom, I've seen like 5 leaders jump in, you know, and help to answer questions. And it's been great, okay? And don't be shy in that room. Ask questions. And keep in mind, you know, the basics are covered in the course and some of the basic templates and, you know, getting some of those basic needs are in the videos. And, you know, the room is there to help you take it to the next level. It's not necessarily there to, you know, get you set up with the basics. You know, if you need help with something, ask. You might be referred to the help desk for technical stuff. You might even be referred back to the courses. And please, again, don't take it personally. If somebody says, hey, I don't think you quite have those basics down, why don't you go back and watch that video one more time? All right. And another question I get asked quite a bit is, man, why are these courses so long? Or, man, why did you have to go and, you know, break those courses down into so many different videos? Okay, well, for a few reasons. For one, I don't want to necessarily make you watch a single 4-hour webinar or video. All right. But the other thing is, let's say you're in the room and you've got certain things down and you're really moving along, but there's one particular aspect that you don't quite have. on the power play system. And there's that one thing that's messing you up on the number 3 setup, for example. You've got everything else good, but you're just having trouble understanding that number 3 power play. Do you want to have to go back and watch a 4-hour webinar to get to that specific section of the number 3 setup and figure out right where it is and rewind and fast forward? Or do you want to be able to go and say, hey, I know there's a lot of courses, and I know within these courses there's a lot of different videos, but I'm having trouble in one specific area, and you can go back and find that one specific area. Hey, I'm still learning the chop part. Do I have to go watch 8 hours of courses to check out that chop part again? No. You can go right back into that course. You've already done them all. So since you've done them all, you don't have to start from the beginning and wait for it to unlock the next one. They're all unlocked now. You can go back and watch just the chop video or just something about levels. Okay, so in case you're wondering, man, why are there so many different ones? Well, for one, I'm breaking up the subjects. But for two, when you need to go back and check something, you can go straight to that section. Okay, and again, the room is there to help you and answer questions, and they'll jump in there and show those charts. You know, and sometimes you'll find that, oh man, I thought I had this down. It's just one little area I need to tweak, and now I've got it. Thanks, guys, for helping me out. Or again, don't take it personally if one of the leaders tell you, you know, hey, you know, I think you just don't quite have some of the basics there, and why don't you go back and check out that one single video, okay? And you can go back to that, all right? You go back straight to that video, all right? Kelly, I'll get with you on that, okay? So jump in that elite room, most effective place you can go, tons of help, all right? Also, like I said, a lot more education coming up. If you're on the homepage of the website, make sure to visit the webinars here, the weekly webinars calendar. You'll see, like today, this particular webinar is on here. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a webinar focused on Nadex for you Nadex traders. And you can go in there and you see the date and time of the webinar and the link to get signed up. All right, so make sure to check this, because next week I'm going to start piling this thing full for the rest of this month and next month. And you'll see a ton of webinars in here that are coming up, so you can get registered for those. If you miss any webinars and you want to know where the live recordings are, once again, right here under webinars, open house webinars. All right, you can go to this, and this is where all the webinars will be recorded, what we call THT, Traders Helping Traders, any live events we do in the elite room, they'll all be right here. And it's set up in a course style, but you're not going to have to go through quizzes. You can skip around and go right the ones that you want, okay? So check there for upcoming webinars and education. Go here for any recordings, okay? So just want to keep you up to date on that. Also, guys, I don't know if you are still checking this out, like I've said, but over here in the forum, if you go to Trading Questions Forum, you've got to check this out. Did you guys see some of the great trades just yesterday? Right here, general trading, you can do this and why you should. This section here is screenshots from other traders, screenshots from the room. We had some great trades yesterday. You know, 59 ticks, even if I did a lot of errors and messed up. Power play is great. You know, you can check out these people's trades, and it shows their entries and what they did and what they're looking at. It's really helpful to see these. I know you saw a lot of these in training, but it's helpful to see these live and to, you know, or on these other charts and go back and look and see what you did. Here's Lori's. I think you guys saw this in the room, 97 ticks on NQ yesterday. You know, power play 1, and then a power play 2, and then a power sling. They're just all over the place, guys. You know, 46 ticks on an NQ power sling, 40 ticks, 29 ticks, 59 ticks, one and done, 60 ticks. Guys, these are great trades in there. And I'm not showing you this to boast. I'm not showing you this to hype. I'm not showing you this to be salesy. I'm trying to show you this to help you realize that it's worth the time. You're not going to learn this overnight, but it's worth your time to learn this to be able to have these same kind of results. All right? You've got the courses, you've got the room, you've got free access until September 13th. It's in your hands to learn it. We can give you everything we can, with the courses, the free access, the leaders in the room, these extra webinars. We're pouring all this into you, but there's only so much we can do, that can make you successful. You have to kind of step up and do it and invest the time and learn. Okay, so again, we've got a lot of extra stuff, coming your way, more education. Darryl Martin, I know some of you haven't heard a lot from him over the open house here because it was my voice in a lot of the training courses, but he's been in the background with me throughout the open house, helping plan it, get it mapped out. You're going to start hearing a lot from him as well. He's actually, he lives in Dallas, Texas. I live in San Antonio, Texas. He's actually going to be driving down here next week and will be staying here with me for the week next week so that him and I can jump in together and focus together, plan out, the next few weeks here, get some webinars going with you guys, do some training in the room, do some live webinars. We're going to be doing some pre-recorded webinars, some pre-recorded trainings. We're going to be here together just overloading you guys. John says, man, it makes my mind feel like jelly sometimes. It can, it does, and it's going to be even more so because we're going to have a lot of stuff coming out at you here. So again, it's not just these initial courses and hey, go. We're going to keep blasting it out here to you to the point that he's coming down here and we're going to be together in person, getting you some great stuff. Like I've said before, we've got some new indicators, some new setups coming out. We're going to have a big focus on Nadex binaries as well and spreads for you Nadex traders. So there's a lot that is really coming here. So what else to expect? All right, so we're into our first week of open house here. You've been through everything. You've been through the courses. You've seen all the info about power plays. You've seen some of the screenshots, and you've seen certain days where, if you remember in one of the initial videos, I went through like, all right, here's trades from the day, here's trades from yesterday, here's trades from the day before. And you saw some charts that had like 12 trades on it in one day, right? Then you saw some other charts that only had one trade on it for the day, okay? And you have to understand trading. So I kind of want to back us up here a little bit. And I want to talk about two things. For one, I want to talk about summertime trading, okay? Summertime trading can historically be a little bit slower than the fall, for example. Like after Labor Day, volatility starts to pick up, things start to move more, things start to make bigger moves. The summertime itself can be a little bit slower. Now, these last 2 weeks of summer, like from now until Labor Day, you may not know this, but it can actually be the second slowest trading time of the year, okay? Normally, the slowest time of the year for trading is the week between Christmas Day and New Year's Day, right? Everybody's gone and on holiday, right? All the big guys are gone. Market's not moving a whole lot. And this time of the year, these last 2 weeks of the summer, historically can be like the second slowest time of the year. Not always, but they can be very, very slow. And so I want you to understand that. Now, is that a bad thing? No, it's not. And why is that? Well, it's because it's the perfect time to take advantage of the free open house and learn. Like, learn this during the slower period. Learn this during the sometimes smaller moves. Get it down and be ready to go, right? Utilize the next couple weeks to learn this, master it, trade it in demo, trade it in sim, work out the kinks, get profitable in demo, and be ready to rock after Labor Day. Now, that's not saying there's no trades. I mean, I just showed you all those trades from yesterday, right? I mean, there's still plenty of trades. That's the beauty of the power play system, is that whether it's a slow market or a crazy volatile market, there's always trades there, okay? But I want to prep you and set your expectations for the next couple of weeks here, and then to set that expectation for right after Labor Day when things pick up. And you just have to understand that trading is all about patience, okay? So do it right, set yourself up for success, take this time to learn it, master it, and demo trade it, and be ready to rock here these last couple weeks of the open house, okay? And just understand that this is normal. This is the market. This is how the market reacts seasonally, and this is how the market works in this particular season at the end of the summer, okay? I also want you to understand that, and we're going to talk about some top mistakes here that the traders make, but you know, a couple things I've heard from some people are, well, you know, this power play thing seems cool, but you know, some days I'm just kind of sitting there and waiting, and I feel like I need to be trading. I need to be pressing buttons. I need to be getting in. I gotta find something. I gotta look for a trade and push a trade and figure out something to trade. And I just gotta press buttons. I want to make money. I want to press a button. I want to pull a lever. I want to, guys, then go to Vegas. I mean, if you just want to throw money out there and press buttons and pull a lever, go to Vegas and gamble. It's a lot more fun. You get free drinks while you do it. Go see a show, take some pictures, pop it on Facebook. You know what I mean? That is not trading, okay? Trading is not about, I should always be trading. I want to trade as a full-time job. I work 8 hours at my full-time job now, and I'm working the whole time. I'm busy. I'm productive for 8 hours. I'm doing, and I feel like I have to be doing that with trading. I've got to be constantly doing and pressing a button. That is not trading, okay? And that is not successful trading. Are there plenty of people out there that you'll see doing that? Yeah. And then a few weeks later, you don't see them anymore. And you know why? Because they blew their account. Because they were focused on emotion and pressing a button, and they need busy work, and they need to be doing something. Successful trading is about only taking the best of the best. I talked about this in the course. That's why we call it the power play. We have plenty of other strategies and systems out there. You can go watch the rest of the C's course, and you can add on 6, 7, 8 other trades that you can take that give you smaller, you know, other trades here and there and other little setups and little scalp, and will keep you busier. There's nothing wrong with that. The C system is great, all those other aspects. You can go check those out, okay? If you need more trades and need to feel a little busier. But effective, successful trading is about taking the best of the best, okay? I mean, with your money, you know, with your money, you're putting your money on the line. You're risking it. And when you're risking your own live money, don't you want to be taking the best of the best? Don't you want to take the ones that where everything is lined up for the best possible outcome? And that might mean a little patience waiting for that best possible outcome. But would you rather wait for the best of the best and have 3 or 4 trades a day that are great, powerful, nice, good moves, and you're up for the day? Or would you rather, well, I'd rather be busy and take 10 or 12 trades a day and win 2 and then lose 3 and then win 1 and lose 2 and then try to get all that back and win 3 and at the end of the day I end up down a couple $100. Or end of the day I ended up break even. Then I had to pay all those fees for all those trades. Or maybe, hey, at the end of the day I ended up a couple $100. That's cool. But I had to work so hard. I had to stress so hard for it. I had to get down a few $100 and stress about getting that money back up to 0 and then worry about getting. Or would you rather just learn the system, understand that you're looking for everything to be in your favor, and then take the right setups? Okay, that's successful trading. It's not about pushing buttons all day. Sometimes successful trading is just as much about knowing when not to trade than it is when knowing to trade. Okay? And invest the time in yourself. Educate yourself. Go through these courses. Get in the elite room and ask questions. Do some back testing on your charts. Invest time in yourself to learn, and then invest time in yourself to learn to be patient and learn to wait for the right setups. And sometimes waiting and not doing anything feels very uncomfortable because you feel like you should be doing something. You feel like you need to make something happen, that you're in charge of your own destiny and you need to make something work for you. You can't make the market do anything. What you can learn to do is learn to read the market, learn to follow the market, understand the market, and apply your strategy and system to the market when it's possible. And that's the best thing you can do. And something I've heard Lori say that made a lot of sense to me, like I just said, sometimes you feel uncomfortable like when you get in a trade initially, or you feel uncomfortable when nothing's happening. And Lori's talked about how she's learned to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Okay? And when you learn that, it totally changes the direction of your trading success. And when you learn, hey, I'm not here to throw money and give it away. I'm here to wait for the right powerful power play setups. Okay? And what do I mean when I talk about summertime trading a little slower and like, well, there's plenty of trades right now. Okay? What happens after Labor Day? What happens in the fall? Just there's a little more volatility in the market. The markets start to move a little more. All right? Or right now, trade setups that might be a 20 or 30 point move, well, then they might be a 40 or 70 point move. They just move faster. They move further. Okay? And be ready for those. Learn to be patient, learn the system, and wait for the right setups. And not only will it pay off for you now, it'll also pay off for you big time in the bigger moves. Okay? Let's talk about some top mistakes here. Okay? Or actually, I want to go back. One more thing. One thing you have to realize is don't get caught up in, oh man, look, I felt like I should have taken that trade and I didn't because it wasn't just perfect with the rules. And look, I missed out. I gave up a few trades. Do we give up on some trades? Sure. Do we pass on some trades? Sure. Do we maybe give up some pips here and there because we're waiting for things to work out just right for us and set up just right for us with these systems? Sure we do. Okay? But what do we also, so we avoid some of that, but what are we also avoiding? We're avoiding a lot of potential losses. We're setting ourselves up for the right ones. Okay? And we're waiting for those bigger moves, the ultimates, and we're not basing our trading off of feelings. We're following a system. Okay? So let's talk about a few top mistakes for newbies. And not all of you are newbies, but let's talk a little bit about that. Obviously, don't quit your day job on day one. Okay? Trading takes time to learn. All right? Keep your day job. Don't go spending money you don't have. All right? Build your account. Master this. Learn this. Get where you want to be. Trading is a career. All right? Yeah, I've said this before. When you think of, high-paying professions out there, doctors and lawyers. I know doctors and lawyers. I know surgeons that make great money. I also know traders that make just as much money or more than some of the doctors and lawyers that I know. And I've used this analogy before. Doctors and lawyers go through high school, go through college and grad school and med school and law school. Years and years and years of educating themselves for their career. All right? And as traders, when you can make that same kind of money or more, you want to watch a few videos and have all that money coming in the next day or in 2 days. As an adult, as a professional, as a mature human being with a brain, does that make any sense at all? I mean, is that reality? You know what I mean? Like, what is your real perspective and perception of this? I'm not saying it's going to take you years and years and years like it took the doctor and lawyers, but you're not going to watch a few YouTube videos and in 2 days be making 100 grand. Okay? It's, and these doctors and lawyers leave school with 6-figure student loans that they're paying off for years. You know what I mean? And you've got this education there for you free right now. So take advantage of it. Don't succumb to impatience and set your expectations properly. All right? It takes time to get there. Don't treat this like a hobby. Treat it like a career. So many of you work full-time, you've gone through school, or maybe you're working full-time and going to school on the side to invest in yourself and in your future, but somehow when it comes to trading, you want to do it differently. You want to cut corners. You want to not take that time because you watch some video on YouTube about some guy, make all this money, get rich quick scheme and press button. Come on, guys. You're smarter than that. That's not reality. This is not get rich quick. Okay? This is learn, master it, and grow and compound. Okay? And trading is a marathon. It's a long term. Don't think about the next, 12 minutes. What can I make in the next 12 minutes pressing a button? What can I make in the next 12 hours pressing buttons and trading? What can I make in 12 days? Think, what can I make in the next 12 months? You got to think long term and build. Don't cut corners with the strategy or the system or the training courses. Do it right and take advantage of all this free education. And keep in mind your long-term goal. Why did you get into trading? Why do you want to do this? Do you want it to be a full-time job, or you want to get out of the career that you're in? Do you want more money, more time with your family? Stay focused on your long-term goal, okay? And always keep your long-term goal in mind. Have a good risk management plan. Trade only with risk capital. Don't be trading with this month's mortgage or rent payment. Don't be trading with the kids' college tuition fund that you pulled out. Trade with risk capital, because when you start trading with money that you need to survive off of, or when you get to the point where I have to make money trading or else I can't pay my bill, your mental state and your psychological state is whacked. And you will not make good decisions. You will not follow the rules. You will be stressed out, and it will not work for you. Okay? You will not be successful with that kind of pressure. You have to set yourself up properly, not just with the proper strategy and system and indicators, but with the proper mentality. Okay? And there's a lot of mistakes that you're going to make there when you're under that type of pressure. Okay? And, Josh says, yep, 5% is okay with me. You see this little note I have here, 5% to $1 million in 12 months. That's not some guarantee I'm making you. I want to show you the power of that real quick. Let's talk about something. And we'll cover the 5%, rule and system in other webinars. But let's just say, for example, whether you're a Nadex trader or a Forex trader, whatever it is you trade, these are just example numbers. Okay? So if I have $1,000 in my account, all right, and okay, so I start off with $1,000, and day one, I'm out there trading, and I'm risking all this money and risking all this money, and I'm down $500 my first day. That's half my account, right? That second day when I get in front of the computer to start trading, where do you think my head is? What do you think is going on mentally in my mind? Am I calm and cool and collective and no big deal? Or am I freaking out because I lost half my account yesterday, and if I do that same thing today, my account's gone and I'm out? Is that smart? Is that healthy? Is that responsible? Are you going to be making good decisions that day when it comes to taking trades? No. You're going to do one of two things. You're either going to make very bad decisions because you're worried about getting that money back, so you're going to try to take every trade possible because you just have to. or you're going to be so scared and frightened to press that button when there's a good trade set up because you don't want to lose, and you're going to miss all the good ones, right? It's going to mess with your head, okay, because you risked 50%. Well, what if, and I'm not going to get into this whole thing today. You can go into our forum and look up the 5% rule and strategy, and we're going to talk about that in some upcoming webinars. But what if you only risked 5% a day, and after you're down 5%, you stopped? Okay, so if I have $1,000 in my account, and then today, oh, I was down, and now I only have $950. Well, that's not cool. But tomorrow, when I come back to trade, am I really that messed up in the head? Not really, right? Okay, I'm down 5%. That's not totally messing with my head and freaking me out, is it? Okay. So, again, we'll talk about this some more, but I want to talk to you about the power of 5%. Okay. And what if I stopped every day when I was up 5%? Well, and people think, well, 5% doesn't sound like a lot. Well, really? I mean, call your bank up and ask them how much they'll pay you annually in a savings account. Like 1% a year? I'm talking about 5% a day here. So on $1,000, what would a 5% gain be? $50. And then I stop, right? Okay, some of you are thinking, all right, well, $50, that's not a whole lot. Like this is boring. Like this is not exciting at all. Okay, well, fine. If you had a $10,000 account, 5% would be $500. Okay, but 5%. So I'm doing one contract, whether I'm trading futures or Forex or binaries. I mean, I don't recommend trading futures with a $1,000 account. I'm using this strictly as an example. Okay, so $1,000. I'm going to stop when I'm 5% up for the day, which is $50. So there's 5 trading days in a week, right? So that's $250. And there's technically 4 weeks in a month, so that's what? $1,000 of profit for the month. Everybody follow me there? So what did I just do? In 1 month, I doubled my account. I doubled my money in my account. And all I'm doing is taking the best of the best. Maybe I'm only taking 3 trades a day, say, right? I'm just taking the best 3 trades a day, and that's all I'm taking. So now, okay, so now that's month 1. So now on month 2, now I have $2,000 in my account, right? Because I doubled my account. So now I'm going to stop at 5% up for the day, which instead of $50 is now what? $100 a day that I'm making. And I'm still only taking 3 trades a day. Well, wait a minute. If you're only still taking 3 trades a day, how are you now making $100 instead of $50? Because what did I say right here? 1 contract. Now that I've doubled my account, I'm still only taking the best of the best 3 trades a day, but every trade I take, instead of 1 contract, I'm doing 2 contracts. So now that's $100 a day times 5 days times 4 weeks. On month 3, now my account balance is $4,000, right? Now I'm doing even more contracts. Okay, do you see where I'm going with this, guys? I'm not trying to give you some long thing here, but and no, it's an ideal world that you're actually up 5% every day and don't have any losses, sure. But if you follow this out, month 1 you have $1,000. Month 12, after a year, that's $1 million. Just by 5% every day on the start of the month. Like whatever you started the month with, 5% every day. Whatever you started the next month with, 5% every day. And you're not, and when your account gets bigger and bigger, you don't suddenly, well, now I've got 8,000 in my account on month 4, so now I'm going to take like 10 trades a day. No, you're still only taking the right trades a day, the perfect setups. You're just doing more contracts. It's called compounding, okay? Compounding is the key. Compounding is the power of trading. You're not trading more trades. You're not trading longer hours of the day. You have a larger account, so you can do more contracts. Okay? Does that make sense? And then all of a sudden, this starts adding up. Okay? And when you're keeping it at 5% and making $400 a day times 5 days in the week, that's $2,000 a week. That's $8,000 a month. That's, for a lot of people, replaces your full-time income. Even on the 3rd month, or that's 200 a day times 5 days a week, that's 1,000 a week, that's 4,000 a month. And you're being consistent with a consistent daily plan and weekly plan and monthly plan. Okay? And people don't get the power of this. All right? Well, I just want to watch a few videos and press a button and make all this money. You're gonna lose it. Or you can do it right. Learn it, master it, invest in yourself, build it slowly, and in just a few months, you're looking at these types of monthly incomes. Okay? And that is the smart way. That is the path. If you just, I'm showing you the numbers here. Month 3, month 4, month 5 gets even bigger. That's the potential of doing it right in just a few months potentially. But you're going to do it wrong because you want to get to this in 3 days instead of 3 months. Does this make sense? Like, I'm not trying to give you a get-rich-quick scheme and let's draw this is you and you sign up 3 of your friends. That's not what I'm doing here, okay? And I'm not making you some guarantee. I'm trying to get you to see the power of doing it right and the power of compounding. We're all creatures of immediate need, immediate fulfillment, immediate comfort. We want it now. We want the get rich quick, right? We want it. None of us want to wait, okay? But I can tell you this, if you don't do it right and you blow your whole account in a few weeks, then what happens? It's going to take you another 3 months to save up that other $1,000 to start again. And then you're going to do the same thing of, well, I must have done one little thing wrong, and let me go in and try it again and try and get rich quick. And then a few weeks later, you're going to blow that account and lose it all. And then 3 months later, you're going to try again. And you're 6-9 months down the road just trying to recover from your losses and save up enough money to try trading again, where you could have done it right and been at this road monthly or this road monthly. Do it right, guys. Does this example make sense? Does everybody see the point I'm trying to make here? Okay? Is you do it right and you build it slow and you compound it, and it doesn't take long to really get where you want to be, doing it the right way. Okay? So I want you to keep that in mind, and I want you to go back and look at right here. What did I put right here at the bottom? Great quote. The longest distance to a destination is a shortcut. Because in trading, when you try to do that, it's just going to, it's just going to bring you right back around. Hampton says, hey, I just had that explained to me, but seeing it, wow. And what's the shortcut? The shortcut is, I don't want to do it right and compound. I just want to hurry and hurry. Oh, man, I took a shortcut and I lost all my money. Well, let me take 3 months to go save up another 1,000. And now I'm going to try to, and I lost that. You're trying to shortcut it, and it's actually the longest time to get there. You see it? Does that make a lot more sense, Hampton, seeing it kind of drawn out like that? Okay. And we'll talk a lot more about this over time. And there's some videos on our website you can check out in the forum, talking about some of these rules. And like when you go in here to the forum, trading questions forum, you can go in here and you can do a search for some things. But, right here, there's a lot about trading psychology, risk management. There's a whole section on psychology, there's a whole section on, being a good steward, your position size. How many contracts should you be trading with the account size you have? Have good risk management and risk tolerance. Make sure it doesn't mess with your head. It's about doing it right, okay? And I say this with complete professionalism, and I say this with complete having your best interest in mind. If you are looking for the get rich quick, you don't need to be here at Apex. If you're looking for the holy grail, that's the holy grail is all of trading systems, and this never wins and 100% win rate, we don't have it. Apex doesn't have it. And I'll tell you right now, nobody does. If you still don't get that or believe that and you're still on the look for it, just stop watching these courses now and move on from Apex. And I don't mean that as a jerk. I mean that to say it's not out there. And we never say it is. We never claim it is. We don't have it. If you're looking to, I just want to watch a course and in a week I'm going to be making $100,000. Okay, you're in the wrong place. If you're like, I just want to go and sit in the elite room and I want to have those guys in the elite room call out trades to me and I'll just take their trades. I just want to follow the guru. Okay, well, I can tell you this. We have some great gurus here at Apex, okay? We got Marilyn and Lori and Darryl and the leaders in the room. We've got some great guru traders. If you're looking for a trade room, you're looking at all these different companies similar to Apex and online, and you've got these companies out there that you get in the room every morning and it's live and you're listening to this guru talk and look at the chart and he's telling you, okay, enter here, okay, exit now. And all you're doing is following a guru, and that's all you want to do, just signals and follow a guru. If that's what you want, Apex is not the place for you. It's just not. Yes, there's people in the room calling out trades. Yes, there's people in the room saying, hey, look at NQ. It's right at a level, starting to get some chop. Hey, guys, we might have a potential number 4 setup here. Let's keep a lookout. Oh, there's a cluster. Hey, guys, heads up. It might be coming. We have that in the room, sure. But at Apex, we're not about follow the guru, okay? You guys know Darryl Martin. He's the CEO of Apex. You love it when he's in the room trading. You love it when he's in the room showing his trades and he's entering a trade. And you know what? I'm going to base my whole life, my whole family, my whole financial future, my family's future, my home, my kids' college. I'm going to base all this on following Darryl Martin in that room every day. And I'm going to just take the trades when he takes them. I'm going to quit my job and I'm just going to make all my money and do this. God forbid Darryl Martin is driving down the road tomorrow and an 18-wheeler comes out of nowhere. God forbid. What are you going to do? You just quit your job. You just put all of your financial future on just doing what some other guy tells you to do every day in the mornings. And then he is gone. What are you going to do? Right? Like Josh just said, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. Okay? And, that's what Apex is about. If you're looking for a follow the guru, be spoon-fed, we're just going to tell you what trades to take every day, Apex is not the place for you. If you want to learn to make yourself the guru, learn to read the markets yourself, learn to trade any instrument, anywhere, anytime, from any location in the world, and learn to make this your life, your career, that's what Apex is about. And that doesn't happen overnight. Okay? So I hope I'm getting my point across to you here without sounding elementary or without sounding harsh. I just want to be upfront and honest with you. I'm not going to lie to you and give you a sales pitch and promise you the world and promise you all this money and promise you that we're just going to make you rich and give you all these signals. That's not what Apex is about. And I'm being upfront with you to make sure you know what you're really getting into here. Okay? And if this is what you want to get into, we're here. We've got the education. We've got the courses. We've got the room. We've got the ongoing. We're here. We're dishing it out. It's completely up to you if you're wanting to be on that same path. Okay? And, you know, Josh says, you're totally right. I spent a year roaming the Apex site, wasting time. Now I'm getting on the right path and sticking to it. Exactly, Josh. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit here in a minute. Okay? Randall says, I've been at Apex and in training for 6 weeks, and I got 73 ticks today using power plays. It's great, John. Randall, that is awesome. That is awesome, Randall. I've been so tied up today with other webinars, I haven't even looked at charts. What were you trading today, Randall? What got you a 73 tick run? I'm sure I haven't been in the elite room, so I'm sure other people in the room caught it as well. Leonardo, this is a lifetime opportunity. Inch by inch is a cinch. Exactly. It's inch by inch. It's step by step. It's building. Okay? Let's see here. So, take emotions out of it. Trade and demo until you have it down and you're profitable. And then you're ready to, you know, to move over into live. And learn one strategy. Learn it well, master it, and then add on. Okay? Have multiple plays in your playbook. I encourage you to add on these other systems. I encourage you to add on these other trade setups in the C's system. You need to have different plays in your playbook. What do I mean by that? Well, some people are like, oh, I have a great trending strategy, but that's all I know how to do is trade a trending day. And today's not trending, so I can't trade. Or some people are like, well, I only know how to trade choppy markets. I don't know trending. Well, that doesn't do you any good when you can't trade every day. All right? AKA 4 different power play setups, semi-trending or range, trending, chop. Covers it all. Right? And with the other C's setups, you can add to all that. But do not. Who just said it? Josh, I just read it. You're totally right. I spent a year roaming the Apex site, wasting time. Now I'm sticking to the right path. You don't need to know everything just to do something. Start with one and master it. Don't spend months and months and months watching every video, every course, every forum post, studying every possible setup, 20 different systems, 10 different entries. Start with one and master it and start moving forward. Start making money. Start being profitable. Get it down. Add another one. Get it mastered. Get it profitable. Add it in. Add another one. It's step by step by step. Okay? So, Randall, you got your 73 ticks today on NQ and Euro Yen. That is awesome, man. That is awesome. And you've been at Apex and in trading for 6 weeks. Okay, great. Let's see here. So Euro Yen and NQ. So what? $5 a tick. So 73 ticks times $5 a tick. That's $365 a day, one contract. If you're doing multiple contracts, even more. There you go. He says, thanks to Apex. Well, you're welcome, Randall. But again, it's also thanks to yourself because we can put it out there. We can teach it. We can show it. We can give you a chart. It doesn't mean anything unless you're going to do it. So props to you, man. That is great. So again, impatience, lack of education, poor risk management, watching too many instruments instead of focusing and no social interaction, not being in the room. You don't know what you don't know till someone else tells you. Get involved, invest yourself. Don't jump in between systems. Stay consistent. Follow the system, okay? And don't think you know it all. Biggest mistake you can make in trading is not improving, okay? Not asking for help, thinking you know it all. You don't know it all. No one knows it all. I don't know it all. No one knows it all. The market changes, things change, and understand your system. Don't just know the ABCs, but not the 1, 2, 3s. Don't just know, hey, I know to enter, this has to be this, and that has to be that, and that has to be that. Yes, that's where you start. But once you get a handle on that and you're moving forward, okay, well, I know the power play has to have a level, cool. Has to have VAD, cool. Chop, got it. And a cluster. Yeah, I got that audio alert thing, cool. All right, let's just press buttons. Yes, you need to learn those 4. Yes, you need to make sure they line up. But as you start progressing, you need to know the why, the what's behind it. Well, why do I want there to be chop? Well, because that's the market building, and that's, these market movers, building up inventory to push the market somewhere. Okay, great. Why do I want a cluster? Well, because I want to see that there's all that extra volume coming in right there. That's my extra confirmation that something's about to happen there. Why is VAD important? Well, because I can see where is the push, where is the strength, where is the market moving to, where is the push behind it in the energy, right? Why is a level important? Because, they're magnets. The markets are attracted to those levels. The markets reverse the not just know the ABCs, but the 1, 2, 3. Learn the market. Become a student of the market. Become a student of trading. Okay? And you know what, Josh? You said it as I was just talking about all that. What did I just say about those 4 things? Why levels are important. Where's the push of the market? Where's the volume coming in to build order? Josh just said, I love power play because I'm learning to read the market, not just following indicators. Exactly, Josh. That's literally what I was just saying. That is exactly right, because you're looking beyond a red-green arrow. Does that make sense? You're seeing the heartbeat of the market, what's going on inside the market, especially with order print. And that is the biggest key to turning your trading around. That's the biggest key to start being successful in trading, okay? Because I love indicators. Apex has a ton of indicators, okay? But does anyone know how an indicator works? This had to happen for that to happen, for this to go X amount of bars or whatever to give a green arrow. It's telling you what the market, already did. The market had to move down enough past a certain previous area or past a certain previous whatever, depending on what the indicator is, in order to say it's going down, right? Indicators tell you what already happened. Does that make sense? A level, okay, something's going to happen, potentially. Chop, something is happening and then could happen. Cluster is building to happen. VAD volume, this is the direction it's looking like it's going to happen in. Reading the market is more about what's happening now and what do I think it could happen. Just random old up-down indicators are telling you what already happened. Now, don't get me wrong. Apex has a ton of indicators. We focus a lot on indicators. I'm not bashing indicators. I'm just saying the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s. Part of it is I only enter when this indicator and that indicator and this other indicator does this. That's part of a vital part of the system. But beyond that, I'm looking past that, learning the market and seeing the why and the reason and what's behind it. Okay? And I know how it works. Does this make sense? Okay. You can teach a kid flashcards, right? What's 2 plus 2? 4. What's 4 plus 4? 8. What's 8 plus 8? 16. Okay, cool, good. You know math now. Hey kid, real quick, what's 3 plus 4? I don't know. Okay, flashcards are great. But if you teach a kid math and how math works, they can figure out any flashcard, right? But if you only teach them certain flashcards, they can't figure out any math. Does that analogy make sense? So you need to know both to really understand it. Okay? So hope that helps, guys. And just to finish it up, the battle. You've probably heard people say, oh, the market, trading's all about the battle of the bulls and the bears, and is it going up or going down and all that. Well, fine, sure. But the real battle with trading is you. It's you being disciplined, your mentality, your psychology. Having a great system doesn't mean anything if you're not going to follow it. Okay? And the battle is you. 90% of the battle in trading is you. 90% of the failures in trading is you. It's bad risk management, bad mentality, and following the rules. And that's what we're here at Apex. So how to make the most of your open house is don't expect to know it all overnight. Don't look for get rich quick. Invest in yourself. Think long term. And we're here with you on this path to do it. Okay? Spend your time in demo and learn it. Okay, guys? Make sure to follow us. We've got a lot of stuff coming up over the next few weeks here. Like I said, we normally announce it in the rooms and in the forum. It will be announced in the weekly webinars. We're going to be doing some trader helping traders special webinars, big webinars like this, pre-recorded stuff, live in the room, tons of stuff coming out. So always check the weekly webinars. But we do a lot of announcing on Facebook. Okay, go check us out on Facebook and follow us on, like us on Facebook. And don't just like us. Okay, after you like us, click the drop-down box, and right here, make sure you say all posts, or you won't get notified them all. Okay, but go to facebook.com/apexinvesting, like us, and then click all posts. We send out a ton of notifications on Facebook, upcoming webinars, big news events to be aware of for trading, new trading systems, big announcements, events. We post some different trades and charts. It's a great place to keep up to date with what's going on. If you are on Twitter, just follow us at Apex Investing. Okay, but get on Twitter with us, get on Facebook with us, check the webinars, and go ahead and make sure that you're in the room, guys. You've still got plenty of time left in this open house. Make the most of it. Stick with us long term. Invest in yourself, and hop in that room and make the most of it and learn and ask. And guys, once again, for those of you, I know it's covered in the courses, but if you have a membership, website, technical question, let's try to keep those out of the room so the room's focused on trading. And right here under the help desk, just go right here and submit a help desk ticket for that. Okay? All right, guys, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking out so much time today. I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope this helps you get moving forward and making the most here of the Apex Open House.